Welcome everybody to our final episode on Talking with Heroes talk show program here in Afghanistan. We've been through Iraq, we've been through Afghanistan. You've been watching the videos. They're incredible with our troops, and you're watching on talkingwithheroes.com, and our online news site is thankyouforyourservice.us. And we've been here in Bagram Airfield area with the 10th Combat Aviation Brigade from Fort Drum, and we've been over here now with Task Force Phoenix. But those of you that are watching this, you probably see behind me something that says Embry Riddle. We are with graduates of Embry Riddle, Aeronautical University, and one student who you've all met before. And so I'm going to ask each of them to introduce themselves. If you could start, First Sergeant Snyder, we talked with you at the Bagram Teaching Center.
Yes.
So I want to welcome you back to the program.
Thank you.
And thank you for what you did the other day, sharing with us about Embry Riddle. Do you have anything new you'd like to share? Maybe reintroduce yourself first.
Yes, I'm First Sergeant Dan Snyder, and I'm an Embry Riddle student, current student, and I'm going for my bachelor's degree in applied aeronautics.
Okay, and how long have you served again?
22 years.
22 years. And where are you from?
I'm from Millington, Michigan, and I'm stationed out of Fort Drum, New York.
Okay, now you were telling us on the other day that you've actually been working on getting your degree for a while now.
Yes, I've actually started my A&P classes. This will be my third time. So I started as a specialist in Korea, and I got PCS from Korea to Fort Bragg, North Carolina before I could finish. Then I started once again when I was stationed at Fort Eustis. I got orders for drill sergeant school, so I couldn't finish then. And then once again, I started here while I was at Bagram Airfield.
Your persistence is amazing, but obviously you have a goal in mind, and you chose Embry Riddle to lead you to that goal. What is it?
Yes, I did.
What is the goal?
My end goal is to own my own airplane and be able to work on it as well.
Okay. And having a bachelor's or a degree with Embry Riddle is important to you as opposed to other schools? Why?
Absolutely. Like I had said before, it's definitely one of the forerunners in aviation. So once you go and you apply for jobs, Embry Riddle is definitely something that the employer is looking for.
Okay. Now you're working long hours, as everybody here is, but
yes.
Yet you find time to do your studies. Is some of it classroom study, some of it online, or just a combination?
It's a combination of all three. I do classroom studies, I work online as well, and then I also take the personal time. So rather than watching movies or hanging out with friends or anything like that, then I just apply myself to my college.
Great. Well, thank you for your many years of service to our country. By the way, why don't you give another shout out to family and friends back home?
Sure. I'd like to give another shout out to my wife Minnie. She's back at Fort Drum, New York, and all my family and friends in Ohio and Michigan.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. I was glad to see you when you walked up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Pass the mic over here. Okay, if you could introduce yourself, talk about how long you've served and where you're from.
My name is Charity Odell. I've been serving the U.S. Army for 10 years. I matriculated from Embry Riddle in 2002 in the Army ROTC program, which I think gave me a lot of the foundations for leadership that I use daily as a company commander with the 10th Cab. Responsible for a command aviation company, which is 10 UH-60 helicopters. So not only am I an officer and a leader in the Army, but I'm a helicopter pilot as well.
Wow, you're doing it all, Commander. And is it Alpha Company?
It is.
That you are commander of. Okay. Approximately how many troops do you have under your command?
Right now I have 38 soldiers, which include officers and NCOs that operate the helicopters, 2 platoon leaders, which are commissioned officers, and we launch 6 aircraft every day of the year. And you're flying yourself while you're in command too? I do. Great. Well, I know I enjoy the helicopters, I'll tell you. I mean, when it comes time to move from one location to the other, I'm always hoping I get to go up on another helicopter. The other planes are nice too, though. But I appreciate that I can do that safely. Absolutely.
And you're affecting so many lives, all kinds of military, contractors, civilians. You have quite a responsibility. We are responsible for, we're a VIP company, responsible for moving everything from the president to prime ministers, ambassadors from all around the country. We were supposed to move 2 former commanders themselves, the commander of Apollo 11 and Apollo 13 today, but we let the Chinooks move them. But Neil Armstrong and Jim Lovell
Both
Wow.
flew within this task force today.
That's neat that they've come out here, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great. It's good for the troops. Okay, and talk about Embry Riddle. Why did you choose Embry Riddle?
When I was a freshman in high school, started looking at colleges which to attend. Wanted to pursue aeronautical engineering, but ended up with a applied experimental psychology and human factors and aviation safety. It served me well. Talked a lot about organizational behavior as far as how people do things and why they respond to the stimulus of their environment. The ROTC program was tops. Started off with the Air Force and ended up with the Army, but both programs were excellent. And I think that the small campus, the close-knit environment the teachers provide, the training facilities there at Embry Riddle couldn't have served me better anywhere else.
So were you on the Daytona Beach Campus?
I was.
Okay. And what kind of a degree have you come out with now?
Human factors and aviation safety.
Okay, great. What would you say to people that are active duty right now, or maybe they're coming out of the military, and they're looking towards the civilian life as far as education? Why pick Embry Riddle over many others that are promoting themselves? You know, GI Bill, we have it for you, and why would they pick Embry Riddle?
Embry Riddle has just broken through the boundaries of distance learning, and anywhere you look, everywhere you go, this is my third tour, Embry Riddle's there to support the troops. Both from their campuses at home, their worldwide campuses, their ability to reach out and affect soldiers' desire to learn and expand their horizons for either a lifetime career in the Army or other opportunities out there. Embry Riddle's there to support us.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a question. I know you're a commander, but you still get care packages, right?
Absolutely.
Your soldiers do. Why don't you talk about it and what it means to you and them? And you look at the camera if you want.
Care packages that our families and friends and complete strangers provide us with brighten our day. They bring us remembrances that not only are there patriots abroad, but there's ones back home that support us. And we are so very fortunate to have personnel, churches, families, just friends, complete strangers supporting us with care packages every day. And we do appreciate everything you do for us, because we know it's a pain to get the post office, take the time to put things in a box and send it to someone who may never say thank you, but we appreciate everything you do.
So in Iraq, we've been hearing about the drawdown. In Afghanistan, we've been hearing about troops coming home, but we have a lot of troops over here. It's important, when you agree, the brigades are being replaced by other brigades, for America to continue supporting you all and the families back home.
Absolutely.
Okay.
There's the jets.
Yeah, there's the jets. That's just one? Okay, we'll wait. What are we hearing, an F-16? Or what do you think?
15.
What?
A 15 or a 16.
15 or 16?
Yeah. On the hour. Every day.
Here it comes.
Day or night.
This is wingman.
You can feel the vibration. It's powerful. Okay, go ahead.
And you just want me to talk more about?
Yeah, about people back home, maybe a resurgence of supporting our troops, but also the families back home, because they're serving too. I've seen it firsthand with my daughter and her husband and my grandkids, and my brother now too, because he just got back from Afghanistan.
Absolutely. You know, we do a pretty hard job over here, but the hardest job is being home without your teammate, whether it's a family member or your spouse, to help you with those challenges. Fort Drum presents a number of unique challenges, like 6 feet of snow every winter that our families deal with without us. And when they take the time to make sure things get done right, kids get to school on time, you know, families are taken care of, because we all have extended family that needs our support. Our spouses and our friends and our family do that, and so they are truly patriots in their own way, supporting us both abroad and their families at home. So we appreciate that.
Great. It looks like a light is about ready to go on the camera, because it's getting dark here. So folks, if you see a change in the lighting, that's why. Ted's hooking it up right now. Would you like to give a shout out to family and friends back home?
Absolutely. Shout out to my husband, Jeffrey Odell, who's also an Embry Riddle graduate and a a deployed commander. Honey, I love you, and thank you for taking care of the farm. My friends and family, both all along the eastern seaboard, take care, and we'll be home soon.
Okay, now actually you mentioned this earlier. Your husband is here in Afghanistan, or where is he deployed to?
He's not. He's deployed 3 times with the division, but right now he is a reserve officer back at Fort Drum.
Okay, and if I remember right, you met your husband at Embry Riddle while you were studying?
Yes, I did.
Talk about that a little bit.
I did. Met my husband in 2000. We were both sophomores at Embry Riddle in Daytona Beach. He was studying aerospace engineering, and I was studying applied experimental psychology. We met in the Army ROTC program, and we've been together ever since. Both deployed. He's been deployed 3 times. This is my 3rd tour. He's looking forward to going back to Iraq to do deconstruction as a civil engineer this time instead of an infantry commander. But we're very proud of our education and our continued support for our country.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your service to our country.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.